You're tired of being alone, and you're desperate to find a way to attract girls. You're sick of being the nice guy who always finishes last, and you're ready to step up your game. You stop yourself from approaching the pretty girl because you fear what to say. You're afraid you'll stumble, stutter, say something cheesy. But what if I told you you can attract girls without saying a word? Yeah, that's right. You can use your body language to get her attention and keep her interested. In this video, we're diving into the must-know steps to attract girls without saying anything. It's time to take control of your dating life and become a master of attraction. Step 1. Look deeply in her eyes for at least 3 seconds. Let me make something clear, boys and girls. Mostly boys, obviously. If you want to attract girls without saying anything, you need to master the art of eye contact. It's not just about gazing at her eyes. It's about staring deep into her soul. When you look in the eyes, it shows her that you have confidence, strength, and power. You're not afraid to hold her gaze and show that you are in control. Let me ask you, when the woman you meet look you in the eye, what do you see? If you can't answer that question, you're probably not doing a good job. But don't make the mistake of staring at her like a creep. You don't want to make her feel uncomfortable or like she's being objectified. Instead, make it look natural, like you're genuinely interested in what she has to say. Look at her with curiosity, like you're trying to read her thoughts. Or hell, look at her to elevate some tension, whatever floats your boat. Let me tell you, 3 seconds is the minimum. Eye contact not lasting, we aren't there yet. If you're serious about attracting girls without saying anything, you need to hold that eye contact for longer. The longer you hold it, the more powerful your gaze becomes. But don't go anywhere beyond 10 seconds or she'll probably think you're a weirdo. Let me tell you a little story about a dude I used to know. Decent enough guy, but he had a hard time keeping eye contact with women. Or, with women in general. But he struggled with them. But anyways, at first I thought it was just shyness. But as I got to know him better, I realized this issue was a lot deeper. You see, after some digging, I found out, quite easily to be honest, because this guy was one hell of a sharer. This guy had a problem with objectifying women through adult movies. And why adult movies? Why does it matter? Whenever you watch adult movies, it's often because you lack something, a void to fill, or you lack a meaningful relationship and connection. And this guy definitely had a void that he was trying to fill. Wink, wink. A void that stemmed from a lack of self-confidence and self-worth. It was like a vicious circle, because the more he consumed adult movies, the more he objectified women, and the more he objectified women, the worse his self-esteem became. But here's the thing, he didn't even realize that this was the root of the problem with eye contact here. He thought it was just something that he needed to consciously work on. And to be fair, consciously attempting to keep eye contact did work for a while. It'll work for you too, but the deeper issue was still at large, and it was a much greater battle. So, if you consciously try to improve eye contact and fail, you might want to change some other habits too. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because it's incredibly relevant to the topic of eye contact. Eye contact is not just about looking into someone's eyes, it's about truly seeing them as a person. And when you objectify women, you're not seeing them as people, you're seeing them as objects, even if you don't realize it. And that's why it's so important to address the deeper issues that may be causing your lack of self-confidence and worth. Because when you do that, you'll be able to see women for who they truly are, not just as objects for your own pleasure. Step 2. Smile after 3 seconds. Give or take, don't be counting seconds, just let it feel natural. Now that you've made eye contact with the girl, the next step is the smile. But for the love of God, don't just smile off the bat. The good rule of thumb is after a couple of seconds. This is where most guys mess up. They either don't smile at all or they smile too early, which makes them look creepy or needy. Here's the deal. Women are attracted to guys who are confident but not arrogant. A confident smile after 3 seconds of eye contact tells her that you're interested but not desperate. Again, don't be counting 1, 2, 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. Smile. That's weird. The key to this step is giving it a good, natural time. You wait for about 3 seconds and then flash a confident smile. Don't rush it and don't hold it for too long. Just a quick flash of pearly whites is enough to let her know you're interested. And no, again, don't count in your head. It's an approximation, not a rule. If you do it, to a T every time, I don't even need to tell you why you don't want to do that. But here's the thing. You have to mean the smile. Don't just smile for the sake of smiling. Smile because you're genuinely happy to be in her presence. If you're not feeling it, she'll sense it and your smile will reek of fakeness. So, take a deep breath, hold eye contact for 3 seconds, and flash a genuine, confident smile. It's a small gesture, but it can make a big difference in how she perceives you. Listen, by watching these videos, I know you aren't one of those losers who think they already know everything. Even if you've only watched one video on this channel, you still clicked on it, and that shows that you have a fire inside of you to start improving. You already showed the willpower. The only thing you need is a path. I've put down 10 modules which you can see as ladders. Every module or ladder will exactly explain to you step by step how to get to the top. From achieving peak masculinity, advanced testosterone optimization, getting women, mastering the game of exchanging value, to actual money-making methods, and even more. I have literally laid the groundwork for you to become jacked, attractive, rich, and of high social status. You don't lack motivation. You just lack the knowledge and trust in the path that you're taking. You can continue messing around in the never-ending cycle of taking paths that lead to nothing, or click the link in the description down below. Step 3. Walk slowly. Now that you've made eye contact and given a subtle smile, it's time to move towards her. But hold on, don't rush it. You'll want to walk slowly and with purpose. This shows that you're confident and in self-control. Women are attracted to men who exude confidence, so make sure that you walk with your head held high, my friend. Although don't power walk or rush towards her like a maniac, obviously. Take your time. Make each step count. Let her see that you're in no rush and you're willing to take your time. The last thing you want to do is come across desperate or nervous. Imagine you're walking on a runway. You're the star of the show. Walk slowly, gracefully, and with confidence. Every step you take should be intentional and purposeful. Trust me, women notice these little details, and the small act of walking slowly can make all the difference. It's not about counting the seconds or the steps you take. It's about exuding confidence and taking control of the situation. Step 4. Use your lips. Your lips are one of the most powerful tools you have to attract girls without saying a word. There are a variety of ways in which you can use them to create tension and desire in the girl that you're interested in. One technique is to bite your lips subtly when you're looking at her. This can convey a sense of desire and arousal, and it can be incredibly seductive. But be careful not to overdo it. You don't want to look like you're in pain or like that Andy Samberg picture. You don't want to do that. Another technique is to run your tongue over your lips subtly. This can also create a sense of desire and anticipation, and it can be incredibly effective in building attraction. But again, don't overdo it. You don't want to be creepy or sleazy. Alright, that should do it. You just learned the secret to attracting girls without saying a word. Use this very carefully. It's too powerful for mortal minds to conquer. I don't know, I'm just bullshitting. Remember, it's not about what you say, it's also about what you do. By looking deeply into her eyes, smiling after a few seconds, walking slowly, and using your lips in subtle ways, you can instantly capture a girl's attention and keep her interested. But here's the catch. This is just the beginning. If you want to make a real connection with a girl, well, that's a whole nother video. We're going to round it up right here. Keep the education flowing, my friend. You're slowly changing your values and your actions to becoming a great man. Thanks for watching.